Let me show you how I made this art piece inspired by my favorite singer, Camila Cabello, and her second studio album, Romance. It all started when I thrifted this little heart piece pottery thing for $2 at the thrift store. When I saw it, it just instantly reminded me of the aesthetic of Romance. I don't know what it originally was, but obviously I bought it and I'm gonna use it. First, I obviously washed it and cleaned it, and now I'm gonna sand it down. I used a little piece of sandpaper that obviously had some grit to it, just so it makes it easier for any future paint to stick when I'm ready to paint it. When you sand down an item before you paint it, it just gives it more of a rough surface, so the paint has something to cling to, because if it's smooth, the paint will just immediately chip right off. Once I was happy with the way I sanded it down, I'm going to take some of this apple barrel acrylic paint in the shade Candy Apple. I unfortunately didn't have any primer, so I'm just using what I have, but I wanted to give it more of a brighter, more vibrant red, something that gives more of the love aesthetic. I started off doing the back, and I had to do a couple of coats of red paint. I don't understand how influencers hold a paintbrush and paint while also recording. It's very hard, so forgive me if it sucks. I had to do about 3 or 4 coats of the red color just to make sure it was really vibrant and not opaque. And I just repeated the process on the inside as well. Had to do about 3 or 4 coats, nothing special. I saw that the back has a hole, so maybe this was something you could originally hang up. So that would be cool if I could hang it up. Then I'm going to show you the next few coats. I didn't really mind if on the inside it was really streaky, just because obviously we're going to cover that part with pictures of Camila. But then I took this gold paint pen by Sharpie, it's oil-based, and I decided to do all the little accents and refresh them in gold. I personally love Romance for so many reasons. I absolutely adored the visuals and the music videos and the promotional videos and the merch, the emotions that ran so deep, like that daydreaming, living in your mind, just finally getting out and making a whole world around it. Of course, the love aspect, I loved it so incredibly much. And of course, I just absolutely fell in love with the music and how each emotion is portrayed so beautifully with each chord and the rhythms and the lyrics. Camila did 100% a beautiful job on this album. Also, don't ask me why I used a flashlight in one clip and the rest of them are now you can barely see what I'm doing, but yeah. I do love her other albums the exact same because I am like a diehard fangirl a little bit, but I love getting transported into each world, and I would love to do other pieces inspired by Camila, Familia, or even CXOXO. But this is what it looked like after I had the gold accents done. Next is the collage of pictures. So I opened up a Google Doc and I just looked up some pictures on Google, and I found some of the prettiest ones on Google and Pinterest that really captured the Romance aesthetic, and I printed all of those out in black and white because I felt black and white would contrast very well. I used a lot of the visuals from Romance along with some of the alternative covers, not to mention some of the aesthetics that go with it, like cherubs and the moon and the stars. But yeah, next is the part that quite literally took me forever, was cutting out each picture individually, making sure that they all had perfect edges and that I got every single picture. Once I finally got them cut out, now it was time for the fun part. Gluing all these bad boys onto the middle of that. Just squeezed some Mod Podge onto a plate. I took a brush, dipping it in, and lightly coating the back of each picture and gently pressing it into the little heart. This part was definitely very tedious and time-consuming by cutting out each picture. You could see all the ink on my fingers, but cutting out each picture and placing them and gluing them in just right. I didn't get to use all of my Camila pictures, but I used a pretty good chunk of them, as you can see by the mess, and as you can see by the final little collage I came up with. At this part, I simply just cut off the borders so there was no pictures sticking out and they fit in good. This part I wanted to add some pizzazz, so I took some of these gold foil leaves that I had, I dipped a little bit of Mod Podge on a brush, I would stick it into the gold leaf, and then I would put it down on the little picture heart collage thing, and then I would seal it in with more Mod Podge. Gold leaf is very finicky, so however it landed, it just landed, but I thought adding a few pieces in between some of the pictures would look really cute. That's what it looked like after the gold leaf, and I absolutely love this little touch. I forgot to record this part, but I just took a gold paint pen, the same one I used from earlier, and I just did the little outline of the heart because I thought it would look really good with the gold accents, and I was really happy that I did. The last step is sealing in our artwork so it doesn't get ruined. So I took some liquid Mod Podge at first, and I dipped a brush in it, and I just sealed sealed in the pictures. I did about 2 coats, and then I sprayed the outside with the spray Mod Podge. I only did about a coat with the spray Mod Podge, but I made sure to also flip it to the back so I could also get it well. But yeah, this is the final product. I hope if you're a fan of art, pottery, or of course Camila Cabello, that you loved how this little romance-inspired piece came out. I absolutely adore it and love it. It looks like it could be like a little jewelry dish, or you can even hang it up, and I love it. It came out just as I envisioned, and it's one of my favorite things I've made to date. Also, I'm super excited for Camila's 5th album that is coming out. Thanks for watching, bye!